it's now a problem of my health. For me, it's not a problem to build such a house. Alone.
Yeah.
You saw my videos of
Yes,
the
I
house in
did.
Thailand.
Yes.
That's not such a house. That house is ready very fast.
Alfred.
And there was no beton mixer. In Thailand they have a very great plastic box. And
Yes,
they
I've
mix-
used it.
they mix
That's the thing
beton.
like this. And then
all,
it's like-
the whole
should
house.
tell you for those who don't know, Alfred built his own hollow block house in Thailand, which he actually lives in right now, and he did everything from the ground up, from the footings to the brickwork to the plaster work, electrics, plumbing, and he did all of that. And actually, I didn't know that he did all of that, but it's not for me to ask someone to do something for nothing, especially when you're on vacation. And that was why we didn't say, can you do this? We never thought of it.
I saw now the house, I'm not speaking about until now, in Taliban. I become crazy.
Oh, if you lived in Taliban.
The
yeah.
construction of the roof,
Yeah.
it's very easy to make very simple and very good. But they know that, and
That's the way that they...
I think I have to build the house with people, and they can build what they know. If I'm
Yes.
coming with anything new, it's the same problem in
It will
Thailand.
be
They
good.
don't know and they don't want.
No. They don't want to learn on the job. That's the difficulty.
They don't want.
But anyway,
And the greatest problem is the foreign cannot know more as they say.
yeah, there's such a thing as losing face, and in fact, that's really
You have an animal here.
where.
Yeah, you take it now. That's the way.
But that's really at the centre of all of this mess, is that because of stories told here and then made bigger by other people, the family have lost face. And if you are in a country where this is not very important, well, you don't understand the Filipino culture, which is losing face is important. That's why communication between Filipinos is non-confrontational, unless it gets really bad, and then it's like anybody else. But generally, it's non-confrontational. They avoid that all the time, so they can be quite passive on many things. But then, when they get heated, well, it's every man for himself, I guess. But I think, thank you for telling us how you felt. When you come back, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Like we went today.
I know.
We went today to take Alfred to the bank, because once Alfred gets into the bank, the normal ambient noise of work and people in the bank make it hard for Alfred to A, to understand what's being said to him, and B, to get his point over. And I was able to be the bridge for that. It does seem as if the alien registration card is going to be required in order for Alfred to have a bank account. But they took my phone number and they're going to text me when the paperwork that they copied, passport and so on, and driving license, they copied that so that the man who would make this decision about whether Alfred could have a bank account on the paperwork he has was not there. And when he comes in, they're going to present him with those copies, and hopefully he will say that yes, we can still get Alfred back before the 20th, and get a bank account set up for him. So everything else he has, but there's nothing we can do if he doesn't. If he needs the alien registration card, because he's going to have to be here for, I think, at least 3 months before he can get that. So we'll do what we can to help.
Every time the same. The people write, you use my person, but nobody asks what you are doing for me. I was cleaning the property. Nobody asked what you are doing for him. And where's the problem? You brought us a lot of times to Taliban for shopping and help with this and that, and it's a working hand in hand.
Yes. But I tried to say this.
And nobody told me to clean the property.
Right.
Because at the end nobody is interested. I see it now. I told Talia, I was cleaning all. You can look now. Nobody is looking. The coconuts are falling down and I have no idea. I thought I take the coconuts. They are rolling into the valley, into the rice fields, and nobody will look for that. And Talia told me, you cannot. It's of money. And I told her they can take them. Nobody is looking for.
Yeah. Well, we've said this many times before, that no matter how many videos you watch in a day, those videos are only a small part of our 24 hours. And you have to understand that. In exactly the same way, if you see a video where I'm being asked to eat something that I'm never going to eat, that's not 24 hours a day. It's not every meal. It's not every day of the week. It's just one small part. And what you've seen Alfred doing, he doesn't do that from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. He's not.
How many hours did you work? How many hours did you do the cleaning in a day?
Oh, I don't know. What I'm doing, you cannot call work. That's over. I make a little bit, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a half hour, and I sit down and take a cigarette.
And smoke a cigarette.
Smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, it just happened that.
And rest a little bit, and I make a little bit far, and
Yeah.
it's enough. It's very hot. I finish.
Yeah, it just
I
happened that.
I have not to do.
Yeah.
You know, I can do. That's very
Yes.
wonderful.
No one's forcing you to do that.
It just looked like that he's working the whole day because of the video of Talik Lake that I clipped small bit.
That's because
Sometimes I'm thinking you better can go work 8 hours. After 8 hours you have free. Here you are working
Yeah.
in the morning until the night.
Yeah, he's talking about how we work on our blog. So even after, like we've been out the whole day today, we left about 8:30, I think, 8:30, 9 o'clock maybe.
Yeah.
We left this morning,
9.
9, and
You
we
want to
drove.
go at 8 o'clock, I know.
Yeah, well,
And
well,
suddenly here was a very good meeting.
yes. Oh, that's right, because we made the videos this morning. But anyway, after that, we drove to Tubigon, which allowed us to go to the bank. We went to the bank. We found out what was happening there, and then we drove from Tubigon. We drove all the way past the end of our road and up to Taliban, and we dropped Talia and Alfred at the shopping centre, and they did their shopping. And after 2 hours or 2 or 3 hours actually, we met up again, and then we drove back here. But we didn't get back here until what time do you think?
4:30.
4, after 4.
Yes, and Beth and I will still be working on what we do probably at 10 o'clock at night. And if you ever doubt that, look at the time that we sometimes, oftentimes, handle our comments when they're on. Often, sometimes at 4:30 in the morning and 12 o'clock at night. So, as Alfred said, it's a very long day for us. Now, I said right at the beginning, when I first came here, I said, I don't do pigs, I don't like chickens, and I don't do yard work. I build, and I built our house, but I just don't, I'm not a gardener. Alfred, it just happens that he can do both. He can build houses and he loves farming, but I don't. So can we end off now?
Not every people have to make the same.
That's right.
It's a lot of people, the whole work, they make a job what's not her work. They can wonderful things, but they are working at the bank and they don't know themselves. And it's not their life. It's not their life.
Yeah, you're talking about
the best
doing a job that you hate.
example is my father. Only he don't know. The whole family know. He was working with steel. He learned in the war. And famous. 200%. Everybody knows, the whole region. He got work a lot of. And he was repairing all for the farmers. And I had to go to the bank. And he learned himself to repair the engines and tractor cars, all bulldozer, all. And one company sent him about 1960 for a week. You don't know the company Deutz Tractor in Germany for learning motor engine. And he have every time dirty dressing with working. And I was going to the bank with the white shirt. And he was speaking the whole life. That is a good job. No dirty, no dirty, no dirty. And any time I had enough, I know it was with a dinner. I told him, Father, you know, and I don't want at the bank, go to the bank. With 6 years I want to become farmer and they didn't allow. We make now one. You give me your dressing of your company and you get my white shirt. You can go to the bank and I go into your company. And now we can wait how long it needs until you come give me back my dressing. And my mother was laughing, she was laughing. Never he could make anything else as his work. And he was born for that.
So he was a lucky man.
And the whole family know it, but he didn't know. I don't know if he is dead or not. Maybe he know it, don't know it until today. Never he could make anything else. He built his house and he was working with wood, but working with wood, he made it, but he couldn't. And if I was like to work with wood, and in his house for working with steel, I was making anything with wood, he was crying. And there was a small part of wood. You can clean, and with the noise of the wood, he couldn't like.
He didn't like it.
And every time if he was working with wood, and I told him, Father, it's no steel. Steel become round, but wood will break. And I was not finished with speaking. And later, I was at high school. There was a lesson for working with steel and wood and all. And I was working most with wood there. And he was building carts for the farmers, for cattle and all, with lampos. Right. And anytime he know very fast, I got a few machines for cut lampos. Maybe I was 15, 16. If he was ready and the work with the wood began, he asked me, and I was the boss in that moment. For that I was good.
That's good.